Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this class. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'm happy to take a request from you if there's anything specific that you'd like to do with me. This is for Irina in Germany, who subscribed and requested a class that includes 3 or 4 postures which really give the whole body a workout. And for me, whenever I think of a posture that's a whole body workout, I think of plank. As long as you're doing a plank posture correctly, then you will be working the whole body. So we're going to work with plank and side plank and upward plank and add some movements into these different kinds of planks in this little sequence. But first, I want to make sure that we really understand how to do plank in a way that gets everything working properly. So to begin, we're going to come into a plank. So we want the wrists underneath the shoulders, hands really gripping into the mat, so already the hands can be switched on working. Step your feet right back behind you. Not so far, though, that you're really stretched out. Keep your shoulders over your wrists, and I want you to begin just by bending the knees and lowering them back down. So we end up kind of in a tabletop position, but very wide, much wider than we would be if we started here. So with the knees down, press the shoulder blades wide so you get this doming through the upper back, engaging all the shoulder muscles. And then think about switching on your abdominal muscles, lifting your core up towards your spine. Go ahead and squeeze your glutes, and then toes tucked under, lift the knees up about an inch or a couple of centimeters off of the mat. So really feeling that the core is working here and active. Then begin to straighten the knees again, keeping all of that activation. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, just bend the knees again, and inhale back up. Bend, not touching the mat, and straighten, bend, and straighten. Try and make this movement almost feel like you're doing crunches. So it's like your abdominals are leading this movement. We'll do one more and come back into a plank position. Then we're going to roll over into a side plank on the left arm. So over onto the outside of the left foot, reach the right arm up overhead. And just like in our plank, we don't want to be sinking down into that left shoulder. Keep pushing up through that left shoulder and lifting the left hip as high up off the mat as you can. Keep your right shoulder stacked over your left. Breathe here. Now, if this is too much for you, you can lower your left knee down so you keep that good alignment, okay? Or if it feels all right for you, stay here. Now, here's another challenge. Can you lift that right leg up? Reach your right arm straight up over your head so your shoulder is by your ear. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the knee and the right knee and the right elbow together, straighten back out. Inhale and exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knee and elbow. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, one more time. Inhale as you straighten. Exhale, pull everything in. Straighten it back out. Roll back over into your plank. Take a break here if you need to, or if you're with me, roll over, straight over onto the right side into your side plank on the right arm. Again, make sure you're keeping everything lifted up as high up off the mat as you can. You can stay here, or if you want, lower the right knee down, or extend the left arm up overhead as you pick the left leg up. Inhale, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring the knee and the elbow together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Inhale, stretch it out long. 1 more time. Exhale, back into your plank. Lift the hips up. Send the heels down. You can bend in the knees if you need to. Just come into a downward facing dog. Allow the shoulders to open up here. Keep pressing your hands firmly into the mat. But this is a little bit of a break from the plank pose. All right. Again, remember, you can take a break if you need to. If you're with me, we're going to lift the right leg up into a three-legged down dog. Take an inhale. As you exhale, look forward. Swing your right leg around. Take up as much space as you can and step it to the outside of the right hand. Pick the right hand up. Inhale, come into a little twist. And then look down at the mat between your left hand and right foot. That's the area where you're going to bring your left foot. So take a little hop off of your left foot. Keep it up off the mat. Try not to let it touch. And just shoot it forward. Keeping your hips up off the mat as well. Take your right hand. Lower it down. Left hand in line with the right. So we come into this little one-legged bridge. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Lower everything down. Time to take a little stretch to breathe it all out. So bring your right knee into your chest and then open it out wide. Okay, so your left toes are pointing forwards, your right toes are pointing out towards the side. Take your left hand to the right ankle. Inhale, reach your right arm up, and then exhale, take your right arm over towards the left. No matter how low you go, just wherever you are, make sure that you keep your chest open up. So keep the right shoulder high up over the left shoulder. And breathe here. And as you exhale, come up. Now, here's a little fun challenge. You can use your hands if you need to, or maybe if you're more flexible, you can do it without your hands. It doesn't really have anything to do with strength. This is just about flexibility. And remember, being flexible is not everything, so don't worry about it if you can't do it. Okay, if you're somewhere, if you're like over here or something, don't worry about this. It's just something to try. See if you can lift up onto the right foot. If you need to come up onto the toes, that's fine too. Just some variation of Skandasana. So we're here in this Skandasana. So maybe it's as simple as that for you. Maybe you need to lift yourself up, okay? And come into something like this. And we're just breathing here. When you're ready, we're going to stay as low as we can. Begin to shift towards the left leg, Skandasana over here. I'm just going to shuffle myself back over here so I don't go out of frame. Okay, one more inhale here. As you exhale, turn towards the front of your mat. Bring your hands down in the same position they'd be in if they were in plank. Turn everything around and then lift the left leg up. Inhale. And then same as we did before. Exhale, swing that leg around. Take up as much space as you can as you bring it to the outside of the left hand. Reach the left arm up, coming into a little twist. Inhale, and then exhale. Just look down. That space between your foot and your hand is where your right foot's going to come. Hop off the right foot. Shoot it forward. Keep the hips up. And then place the left hand back behind you. Walk your right hand back to meet it. Lift the hips up. Lift the foot up into this kind of one-legged reverse tabletop. And then we'll just lower everything back down. So again, you can use your hand if you want to, or try and do it hands-free. We're going to pull the left knee towards you as much as you can, and then open it out to the side. You're going to take your right hand to the left ankle, reach your left arm up, take a big inhale, stretch tall, and then exhale, reach your left arm over towards your right foot, keeping the shoulders stacked on top of each other, so your chest isn't lowering down towards the mat. Your chest is opening up towards the ceiling. Just breathing here. And then as you exhale, come all the way up. So once again, we've got that challenge of lifting ourselves up into Skandasana in whatever way works for you. Inhale here. And then exhale. Let's take one more inhale. Prepare to move to the front of the mat. Stay as low as you can in the hips. Skandasana to the right. I've led you a little bit off of your mat probably if you're same as me, but that's okay. We just can shuffle ourselves over. We'll turn towards the front of the mat, turning everything back round into this runner's lunge, hands pointing forward, right foot is up, reach the right leg up, and then we'll lower it back down into that downward facing dog. All right, ready for the next plank variations. Roll forward, coming into that plank. Take a moment just to check that your plank is in good alignment. If it is, you're not going to just be feeling it in the shoulders. You'll feel your core working, your glutes working, your thighs working. Everything is switched on. Now lift your right leg up and bend the right knee. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, bring your knee forward as much as you can towards your chin, and then lift the right knee back up behind you as much as possible. Make sure you're not doing a bunch of movements with your spine. Try and keep everything in your body completely static except for your right leg moving. So we'll do 4 more of those. So knee towards the chin, and then lift it up as you inhale. Exhale. Bring it forward as much as you can. And then inhale, bring it back up as much as you can. 3 more. Breathing as you go, just thinking about moving through the hip socket as much as possible. Isolating that movement as much as you can. You're probably feeling it in the left quad, or probably somewhere else too. Okay, and we'll take it back and repeat on the other side. So lift the left leg up, bend the left knee, inhale here, and then exhale, just bring the knee forward, inhale, bring it up, exhale, forward, inhale, up, exhale, forward, inhale, up, exhale, forward, inhale, up, one more time, and then lower it down. Let's give the shoulders a bit of a break now. So just lower the knees down, sink the hips back into a little child's pose. You can just stay here or have the arms down by your side, or if you want to, you can clasp your hands behind you. Give your shoulders a nice little counter stretch, lifting them up and away behind you. All right, when you're ready, reach your arms straight up overhead if they're not already. Press down through the hands, start to activate the side body, start to activate the shoulders, lift the hips up, tuck the toes under, come into a downward facing dog. Keep the abdominals active, so think about keeping the space between the bottom of your rib cage and the front of your hips as closed as possible, but simultaneously press the armpits down towards the mat, so really opening up through the shoulders. It's really nice to open up the shoulders like this alongside a workout that really works them a lot, like when we're in plank. And you're ready. Take one more inhale here, and then exhale. Just roll everything back forward into a plank. We're going to lower the outside of the left foot once again into your side plank. Now, a few options that you can take here. You can be here in this side plank, or it might be a little bit easier to take a forearm side plank. So just make sure your elbow is underneath your shoulder, and then your hand can be kind of going out that 45 degrees. Okay, so here on your elbow, on your forearm, or for a little bit more of a challenge, on your hand, what we're going to do is hips lifted as high as we can. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lower the hips down towards the mat and then lift back up. For 5, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 4, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 3, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 2, and last one, lift it all the way back up. Take a break if you need to, or if you're with me, roll over onto the right hand. If you did the forearm on the other side, just repeat that here. Try and keep everything balanced. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift the hips up as high as you can, and then exhale, lower them down, lift back up for 5, lower down, lift for 4, lower down, lift for 3, lower down, lift for 2, lowering down, lifting back up. Last one, roll over into your plank. Press the hips up and back. Downward facing dog, or you can take a break in your child's pose. Just one more thing we're going to do. Lift your right leg up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your right knee towards your chin. Keep rolling forward towards your plank. And then flex your right foot. Place it down between the hands. Lower the left knee down. Lift your chest up. Straighten the right knee. Now, place your hands down. Might be easier on your fingertips or to grab a couple of blocks. We're going to have the fingertips pointing behind towards the back of the mat. Press down through that right thigh so you can lift the left knee up, lift the left toes up, shoot everything forward, and lower the hips down. Good. Extend your spine long. Reach your arms straight overhead. Keep your spine nice and long. Try not to round here. And then lift the feet up. You can stay here. You can lift them a little higher, or you can lift them all the way into this little Navasana. Little Navasana. I like to call it a little Navasana. It makes me feel better about it. And breathe. Good. Now, slowly, keep your chest up as much as you can, and just lower your feet down to the mat. So we're not going down with the chest into an Ardha Navasana, just lowering the feet as much as possible, and then lift them up. All right, let's do that one more time. Just lower the feet, keep the chest up. Good, and then sit all the way up. Bring your hands back behind you, fingertips pointing towards the feet. We're going to lift the hips up into an upward plank. Try it out first. If you start to go up towards that and you're just like, that is too much, bend the knees and place your feet flat, and you can do a reverse tabletop here. But if you're with me, keep the feet pointed and then lift the hips up. From here, you can just relax the head, let the head go wherever it feels best. But keep lifting those hips high and keep breathing. Really press down through the heels. And I like to have a little micro bend in my knees as well. This means that the hamstrings really switch on and start working, as well as the glutes and the muscles in the back. All right, how are you guys doing? Are you still with me in this upward plank? One more big inhale. As you exhale, lower everything down. So, same as before. Bring your right knee in. Take it out wide to the side. And so with the right toes pointing out towards the side, left toes pointing forwards. Again, just lift yourself up into Skandasana, however works for you. When you're ready, we'll slide forward back to the front of the mat, left knee bent, and then place the hands down. Shuffle everything around to face the front. Bring the left leg up and back. If you need to, adjust yourself on the mat. So left leg is lifted. We're ready for the other side. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee towards the chin. Rocking forward, flex the left foot. Keep everything lifted as much as you can so you can softly place that left foot down. Lower the right knee down. Lift the chest up. And then straighten the left knee. Place the hands down on the mat, on blocks if you need to. If you don't have blocks, grab a stack of books, whatever works. Turn the fingertips to point towards the back. Press the left heel into the mat. Tuck the right toes under, lift the knee up, then lift the toes up. Slide that right leg forward. Sink the hips all the way down to the mat. And then lift up one more time into that Navasana. We'll do it a little bit differently this time. We will lower down the legs and the chest, coming into an Ardha Navasana. And then lift everything back up. Navasana is another pose that works the whole body, I think. Lower everything down. Not really the whole body. Just works the core a whole lot, so it feels like it's the whole body. And we'll do one more. Lower everything down, Ardha Navasana, and then lift back up. Good. So options here. Like before, you can have the feet flat with the knees bent, lift up, tabletop. You can repeat what we did last time and just do a reverse plank or an upward plank. If you want to really challenge yourself though, and again, you can do this if your feet are flat or if you're in your full plank pose. I'm going to lift up and then really press down through the left heel to lift the right leg up. Lower the right leg down, lift the left leg up. We'll do two more on each side. Lower the left leg down, lift the right leg up. Lower it down, lift the left leg up. Whew, lower the left leg down, lift the right leg up. Last one, left leg comes up, and then lower it down. Maybe you lost some form there, I think I did. But there we are. Sitting down in a Dandasana, legs outstretched in front of us. Lift the top of the head up towards the ceiling, nice long spine, and then just walk your hands towards your ankles. Take a little forward fold just to give ourselves a little bit of a relax after that. Cool. And then we'll come back up and feel free to make any movements that you feel that you need in your body to finish off this class. Thank you again for joining me, and once again, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what sort of thing that you would like to cover, what sort of class you would like me to record. Have a lovely day. Namaste.